and welcome to our social studies read aloud. We are starting a new unit called Diversity in the United States. An essential question to think about while we're reading is what different groups of people make up our culture. And when they're talking about our culture, they're referring to the culture of living in the United States. Introduction. Imagine living in a big city like New York. If you walk down the street, you'll see many types of restaurants. You might hear people speaking different languages and see people playing different games. Many of these things come from different cultures. A culture is a way of life that a group of people shares. And that's one of our definitions, our vocabulary words. So, a culture is a vocabulary word, and what a culture is a way of life that a group of people shares. The people in a group have things in common. They might be from the same country or practice the same religion. These people have a certain culture. A group may have languages, foods, music, and games that are part of their culture. Our country is a very diverse place. Here's another vocabulary word, diverse. Diverse means made up of different groups of people or cultures. In this lesson, you will explore some of the things that different cultures bring to our nation and communities. Here's a picture of very diverse, a diverse group of people in this city. Here's our vocabulary words. Once again, culture and diverse is what we're focusing on today. Let's look at those one more time. A culture is a way of life that a group of people shares. And diverse means made up of different groups of people or cultures. Section 1. Our community shares different cultures. If you go to New York City, you may notice many different groups of people. You may also notice different food, music, and languages. Why is this place so diverse? People came to this country from all over the world. They came to better their lives or to get away from problems. And we talked about that in our immigration unit. Many people come from all over the world to join the United States to get away from their problems or some other things that they may be experiencing in other countries. Many sailed from Europe to places like New York City. Others were forced to come from Africa as slaves. And that happened a very long time ago. I just want to let you know that people do not come over as slaves anymore because we do not allow slavery in the United States. People came from other countries too. Some sailed from Asia to the West Coast. Others traveled north from Mexico and South America. The places that immigrants come from have different ways of life or cultures. There's those words again, diverse and cultures. Different things make up a culture. A culture shares certain food, languages, holidays, and traditions. When immigrants arrive in the United States, they bring part of their culture with them. Bits and pieces of these cultures find their way into American culture. This makes our country diverse. There are many types of food, languages, holidays, and traditions in American culture because so many different groups came to this country. The food we eat comes from different places. So do the games we play and the music we listen to. Even some holidays Americans celebrate come from different cultures. You may have friends from all types of cultures. People from different cultures may go to the same school as you. They may celebrate some of the same holidays as you. The way they live and the way you live help make up American culture. In the United States, people come from different countries, but they share parts of their cultures with each other. What foods, languages, holidays, and traditions make up our culture? So you might want to think about that. We have a lot of different foods that come from other cultures. We know we have Mexican restaurants, Chinese restaurants, Greek restaurants, a lot of different foods that come from other countries, and there's even more than that. Languages such as Spanish is a big one that we see in Lafarge, Spanish and English. But other countries speak many different languages, so there are lots of different languages that are spoken in the United States. We celebrate a lot of holidays. One that's coming up is Cinco de Mayo. That is a Mexican holiday, but we do celebrate it in the United States. And there's lots of traditions that make up our culture as well. You could think of traditions that you celebrate with your family. Those are traditions that make up our culture. And that's it for today's reading. I hope you enjoyed.